Does papal infallibility mean that everything that the Pope says is correct, guided, and protected by the Holy Spirit? The answer to that question, in short, is no. There's a great misunderstanding about papal infallibility. In fact, there are many misunderstandings about papal infallibility. The one we discussed last week, where many people think that Catholics believe if the Pope is infallible, the Pope therefore cannot sin. Well, that's not correct. But it's also a mistaken view to believe that the Pope is always right and always guided by the Holy Spirit in whatever he says. What are some examples when the Pope speaks where papal infallibility is inapplicable? For example, if the Pope is giving his opinion relating to the weather or economics or sport or what the government might be doing at the time, etc., etc. These are occurrences where the Pope is just speaking informally as a private individual, maybe as a private theologian, maybe he's the head of the church in Italy, or the primate or patriarch of the West. But he's not speaking in those occasions formally as head of the universal church, as a successor to St. Peter. There are also other conditions that must be satisfied for a papal statement to be infallible. What about if the Pope is being interviewed on a plane by reporters and he gives his answers to various questions just to those reporters? Or if the Pope is speaking to a group of youth or a group of young people who are not Catholic, who are not even Christian, of various different religions, is what he says in those circumstances also protected by the Holy Spirit and infallible? Well, the answer again is no. So when is what the Pope is saying protected by the Holy Spirit and infallible? Well, there are four conditions that must be satisfied simultaneously, and they are as follows. Firstly, that the Pope must be acting ex cathedra, that is, speaking out of the chair of Peter. He must be acting as the successor of St. Peter, as the Pope, as the head of the universal church. Secondly, he must be speaking on a matter relating only to faith or morals, not to any other question or topic. Thirdly, he must be speaking to the whole church, to the universal church, to all Catholics throughout the world, not just to one community or one ethnic group or one society or one country, etc. And finally, he must have the intention of settling the matter relating to faith or morals once and for all to bind the universal church. It's only when those four circumstances are satisfied simultaneously is what the Pope's saying infallible, protected by the Holy Spirit from any error. Again, papal infallibility is a charism of the Holy Spirit to protect the Pope from in his teaching office and to protect the church universally from error. And this is something we should all rejoice in. Thank you for listening, and God bless.